This week's portion, Parshat Beshalach, talks about the Jewish people having just left Egypt. In last week's portion, the Torah spoke about the Jewish people finally being told by Pharaoh that they can go after having been slaves for over 200 years. And after 10 plagues, Pharaoh finally gives in and the Jewish people are finally set free. After Pharaoh lets the Jewish people go, he regrets it. And he thinks to himself, I know I've let them go, but I'm changed my mind over here. Let me chase after them with my troops. He gathers his troops together and they chase after the Jewish people. Now, the Jewish people are scared and the Jewish people are nervous. And they do cry out to Moses and they say to Moses, Moses, what is going on over here? Were there not enough graves in Egypt that you wanted us to die in the desert instead? This doesn't make any sense. I thought God was taking us out of Egypt to protect us. Now it seems like we're going to die anyway. What have you done to us? They very much complain to Moses. And Moses says to the Jewish people, no, don't worry. It's fine. God's going to look after you. And he prays to God. He cries out to God. And God comes back to Moses with a very strange response. God says to Moses, Ma titzak elai, why are you crying out to me? Daber el bnei Yisrael v'yiso, speak to the Jewish people and they should move forward. God, so to speak, is getting upset with Moses for using this as an opportunity for prayer and crying out. And God is saying to Moses, now's not the time to pray. Now is the time to act. Now is the time to do. Of course, prayer is an important thing. And of course, prayer is an integral part of who we are as a people. When we go through challenging times, we pray. And God is the best address that we can possibly go to when we're in times of need. But what God was saying to Moses is that sometimes when people are going through a challenge whereby they need to do something, they need to act, they need to really take some responsibility, then prayer is not the right way of going about things. Tell the Jewish people to move, tell the Jewish people to do something, to take responsibility, not just stop in their tracks and pray. And as soon as they do that, God intervenes and God helps them out. God helps those who help themselves. If we take responsibility, if we try and take responsibility, and we recognize that that's the best we can do and the most we can do, then the chances are that God's going to look after us as well and help us succeed and help us come through those challenges. But if we're going to completely shirk the responsibility and just use it as an opportunity to pray and say, God, look, if you want me to succeed, then do it yourself, because I don't really want to put any effort into it. That's where God says, Ma titzak elai, why are you crying out to me? Of course prayer is important. Of course prayer is necessary. Of course prayer is something we take seriously. But there's a time and place for it. And first and foremost, we need to take responsibility ourselves. And after that, pray and ask from God that he helps us too. Wishing you all a Shabbat Shalom.